Hello everybody. In this video, we will try to understand why the month of October can be the most dangerous month in the entire 2023. And in the month of November also, the first 13 days are dangerous for the world for sure. If you observe 1st October 2023, 10:27 a.m., right? Before that, Mars was in Virgo. And after that, after 1026, something like a 1027, Mars is joining Ketu in the Libra. Now, in this particular month, October, there are two yogas forming. One is Guru Chandal Yoga, which is Rahu Jupiter conjunction, and another one is the Pisach Yoga, the Mars and Ketu's conjunction. In addition to that, we have one solar eclipse on 14th October 2023, that's Saturday. And on 28th October 2023, we have a lunar eclipse on Saturday again. Now, so one solar eclipse, one lunar eclipse, and in the entire month you can see Guru Chandal Yoga and Pisach Yoga. Why this whole thing is going to make up something big for sure, right? It's something like you may see this particular month may give lot of seeds to grow the world war. It may lead to some third world war also. It has that much of capacity. First of all, there are two eclipses. The eclipses actually drive the nature very quickly compared to the normal days. So you can observe quick changes in the nature, and also humans may take decisions very quickly, or their decisions are under confusion, a lot of confusion. So in confusion also they take decisions. Generally, most of the times when a person takes decisions in confusion, they are bad decisions, they are wrong decisions, right? It's a kind of you cannot say that the decision is correct. Even more, these particular decisions taken by the world leaders are definitely going to lead to wars for sure, because this Mars Ketu conjunction, which is a Pisach Yoga, is happening in the sign of Libra, which is the sign of relationships among the world leaders and among the countries in the world, right? And in addition to that, this particular Rahu Ketu axis, which is in Aries Libra, having Jupiter with Rahu and Mars with Ketu, on the same axis you will see solar eclipse and lunar eclipse also. So this particular axis is going to be impacted a lot. First, the sign of Aries is actually the sign of creation, because it is the first sign, it is a sign of beginning basically, right? So it will lead to a very, very eruptive energy, a kind of impulsive energy, right? And the sign of Libra is actually leading to a very, very bad relationships among the countries. Now, why this particular Mars Ketu conjunction is very, very important? And it happens, right, every year. Somewhere it will happen. It happens every year. Then this Mars Ketu conjunction is occurring when this Rahu Jupiter conjunction is also occurring here. That is the most important thing, right? Because as Jupiter is the life, Mars is the strength basically. Mars is the energy that can drive. So when that Mars is with Ketu actually, when Ketu is with Mars, right, it is going to give, what is Ketu? Ketu is a kind of having no direction, by which you will get some kind of knowledge, right? When you don't have knowledge, you behave very, very aggressively, and you behave very you behave without mind. Even you see people behaving very wrongly in their Ketu Mahadasha somewhere in middle or in the beginning, and then finally they will understand their real nature and the kind of wrong things they did throughout their life. So Ketu leads to Gnana. Why it can leads to Gnana or knowledge? Because you do lot of things without much thought, without having mind, you can say, because Ketu is a headless planet, right? So without head you do lot of things, and finally you will you will repent, and you will understand the kind of things you did, right? That is the behavior of Ketu, because Ketu gives knowledge. If you want knowledge, you may need to do some mistake, right? Not intentionally, without knowing, and that mistake actually has the seed of your character, and so Ketu changes your character by the end of Ketu Mahadasha. That is the general behavior of Ketu, the fundamental behavior of Ketu. Then, so this particular Ketu, which is a non-directionness, right, is going to be added up with the Mars, the strength, the aggressiveness basically. When a person has some aggressiveness, right? If the person has more aggressiveness, that is Rahu Mars conjunction generally. And when Ketu and Mars are joining, the kind of strength is detached. It's a kind of the world may take, especially as it is occurring in the sign of Libra, the world leaders may take decisions which are not having much thought, and that decisions are going to definitely impact the relationships. The relationships are going to be very, very bad, right? Very, very bad, and in turn that is going to reduce the strength of the world. That is going to reduce the strength of the world. That is one important thing. And in addition to this may lead to lot of money wastage, the resources wastage, because Jupiter is the resources. Jupiter is the financial backbone of the world in mundane astrology. So Jupiter here is also with Rahu. When Rahu is with Jupiter, Jupiter is actually, what is Jupiter? A person's morality, the world's morality, the world's behavior, right? The world's behavior, the minimum morality the world has. When Rahu is with Jupiter, the morality is lost. And the morality is lost, and here in Mars and Ketu, a very non-directionness is also added. Just imagine the world is going to, the people are going to lead a they take wrong decisions, they lead very, very immoral life. Immoral is the correct word. Immoral life without any direction. And as it is in the sign of Libra, it is going to impact the world leaders. Even the world leaders may take some immoral decisions. And when world leaders are taking immoral decisions, what would happen? It may lead to a war, right? It may lead to a war. And whether this particular thing is going to lead to a very big war or not, but the decisions taken by the world leaders, see how the world is going to be driven in an immoral path. The immorality, see, let us say someone has some money in his pocket. Will you generally, you generally take that money? Generally almost 80% of the people, especially at daytime, they don't just hit someone and take the money, right? But in an immoral world, they take they may hit, or they may do something mischievous and try to take the money. So this kind of behavior of the humanity, and that too, as Mars is added with Ketu, it is going to reduce the strength of the people, you know, this kind of immoral behavior by other people. See, generally strong people, they don't snatch money, they don't take money from others, because they know that they are strong, and they know that they can earn money for sure. They know that they can earn money with their own efforts, because they have that capacity, they have that strength. But impotent people, immoral people, and the people having very, very less strength, what is their purpose of life? There is no purpose, but they have to live their life and they have to eat something every day. But from where they can get money? Because they don't have enough strength, they cannot get money. So what they have to do, they have to be very immoral, then only they can get money. Or they beg. And when most of the people don't have enough strength, even beggars may not get enough money, right? And everybody cannot beg because of their ego. So this kind of energy can be seen here, right? The immoral behavior of the world, the immoral decisions taken by the world leaders, very openly, without any shame, shameless decisions, shameless and immoral decisions taken by the world leaders will impact the world a lot. Because of this, lot and lot of people will die, lot and lot of people will die, without any exception. And the nature also behaves very, very immorally. You may see a lot of people dying because of natural calamities, because of this energy, and you may find it very, very immoral. Why this person died? This kind of energy is created here, and that too, at this point of time, you can easily see Saturn is in Aquarius. Saturn is very, very strong here. Saturn's duty, it's a duty performing house is Aquarius, right? Saturn has to do its duty. Saturn's duty is very, very pathetic, because for everything you can assign that to karma, because Saturn is karma. You may find a very, very great leader in the world may face a very big problem, and if you ask Saturn will say that is the karma impact. Maybe somewhere in the karmic baggage, that person has a very, very negative things done, and the same impact, he is so he is just performing, he is just eating the fruits of his karma. That's what Saturn says. So this kind of behavior, the immoral behavior of the world, immorality, immoral decisions, the immoral, in general, if you ask a world leader, is it a very appropriate thing to use a nuclear bomb on so and so country? The country, at least the country's people are living happily, or the country is leading some reasonable life. The people are leading some reasonable life. It's not very appropriate to throw a nuclear bomb on so and so country, right? The leader may think, in general, any ruler can think, right, in general. But this kind of energy, it is just making the leader also, the world leader also, so immoral, that so without any compassion, without any even minimum common sense, without minimum common sense, the leader may try to do that also. Such kind of energy. Because when Jupiter is completely, when Jupiter is with Rahu, at least the better thing is here, Jupiter is moving away from Rahu to an extent, right? Day by day, if you observe, oh, it is also retrograding. So it's a kind of pathetic situation, right? So Jupiter is masked by Rahu, and then Ketu, the Mars is masked by Ketu, right? So the strength has no direction. Ketu and Rahu, they are shadows basically, right? They mask, and Jupiter is masked by Rahu. The morality of the world is masked by Rahu, and at the same time, the world strength, is also mischievously impacted by Ketu. Ketu is a kind of it shows you a kind of cheating world, right? So when Mars and Ketu are joining this particular axis, when Aries and Libra is completely impacted, it's going to be a very dangerous thing. And at the same time, you will see this Venus is watched by Saturn. Oh, Saturn's seventh aspect is on Venus. So Saturn is saying the Venus energy, that slow down, go slow, right? Go slow. Even this is going to impact the movie world, because Leo is the sign of creativity. When it is with Venus, right? When it is with Venus, generally, the movie world should flourish. But as Saturn is watching it, it may slow down that also. The Venus is generally the relationship energy also, and it is also watched by Saturn, right? It is also watched by Saturn. So the whole picture is showing. See, at least, if the world leaders can, at least one world leader in this situation, behave with lot of morality, then at least the situation can be better. So the people of the world should pray the God to give morality to the world. But if karmic baggage is very, very high, because the humanity did a lot of mistakes for the past 50 years, or any with the technology, the kind of the kind of bad things they brought to the world with the technology, with how they you can say how they change the human minds with the technology. It's actually, see how much immorality it is leading. The immorality it is showing here is not just it's not just the October thing. I think it is the baggage the world is carrying, and it is showing its peaks in the month of October. So and also the new immorality will be born, because Aries, it is connecting Aries, right? Aries and Libra, right? The connection, it is going to create new immorality in the world. So the people would just be surprised. Okay, this kind of immorality also can exist in the world. Okay, this is the new thing for us. Okay, this kind of immorality, right? We never saw this kind of immorality. So people can be this much bad also. Okay, the world leaders can be this much bad also, right? So that is the behavior it is showing. And if you observe, even in India, you can see some kind of sudden events happening, because the 28th October the lunar eclipse, and also the 14th October lunar eclipse, they are, so this is 14th October solar eclipse. Somewhere you can you can see this particular somewhere you can find it, right? Moon is coming somewhere here. Anyways, you can see that on 14th October you have solar eclipse, and 28th October you can have this particular lunar eclipse. On these 2 days, you can clearly understand. So the eighth house of India is impacted. The second house of India is impacted. Second house is the financial resources and the food resources of the country. As we discussed, I just told the moment Rahu entered Aries, Indian food resources started getting impacted negatively, right? So I told that 1 year before itself, and it is creating more and more problems to the food resources. Even recently, you can find in the news, India stopped, some kind of exporting some rice or some other food resources to other countries, right? Because they also have shortage here, and in future the shortage may increase more, right? Because the second house is going to be strongly impacted in the month of October. Is a kind of bad situation. And also, see why this bad situation. There are some farmers in the world, there are some farmers in India, right? What if what if everybody says that they don't do any farming, they don't do agricultural activities? Can you get minimum amount of food? No, right? In India, uh, of course, people are non-vegetarian. Some Most of the people are non-vegetarians, but they don't eat non-vegetarian as the main dish every day, right? They mainly depend upon the vegetarian food. In addition to that, some people also take non-vegetarian, right? The non-vegetarian food. So in this kind of situation, at least you're seeing the some people are doing farming, they are dedicated to farming and agricultural activities. That is the happiest thing. And what the government should do, they should help those farmers and agricultural people. But instead, if government is showing a lot of you know uh, zero profits and even more debts for farmers, and also um, the other agricultural people, they are not giving enough encouragement to do agricultural activities in that situation, right? So they're not doing agriculture, they are leaving it, right? Lot of people I also know, they are leaving agriculture, they are not interested, because even if they are investing some 100 rupees on agriculture, they're not even getting 10 rupees, right? So uh, and it's a very bad thing for them, and they are just leaving any kind of agricultural activity. So the production is reducing year by year, and this year it is one of the bad years of Indian history, right? The production is reduced, and 2023 October is also showing the same, and 2024, of course, it is the uh, very very you know less encouraging year. I already prepared some videos on that in my channel, you can go through. But 2024 I will make another some more videos also. So this is the energy, we can clearly find it out here, right? When Guru Chandal Yoga and Pisach Yoga is forming in the same month, and in the same month you have a solar eclipse and lunar eclipse, you know boosting the kind of immorality, right? It is ensuring the changes that are going to occur in the nature. This kind of immorality, this kind of right, at least the astrologers, right, and also the spiritual people, if they contact the world leaders, if they have some, if they talk to the world leaders, if they touch the feet of the world leaders and say, this kind of energy is you know uh, coming from the space, this kind of energy is coming from the space, at least we should encourage the people, the religious people, means the religious people with some peace, not fighting for religion, it's not that. Okay, so at least they should encourage them and tell some good things to the to the world, and so that at least some good things we can see. Otherwise, this is not a very good situation for sure, right? So thanks for watching this video.